64 kilos. That's the Romanian. The highest weight posted is 180 kilos. We've got 1, 2, 3 athletes on that weight, one of which is the Frenchman, the buyer, who is having some emergency treatment on his knee, so it'll be interesting to see if he stays with that.
So David Morgan together with myself, David Goldstrom, here in Władysławowo in the Chetniewo Polish Olympic Center, and starting the clean and jerk. If you've just come in, it's a really tight competition, and it is Gennady Oleszuk of Belarus who leads the way, but not by much. The man who was, or is I should say, in silver medal position is this youngster Ninel Miculescu, who secured the snatch medal in that first phase, but had said that he was going to start on 164, the bar going to 166. Nonetheless, David, with many of the lifters posting 170 and 3 of them posting 180, clearly he is likely to slide down the order now in this second half.
Well, it's likely, but in the snatch he was only posted at 140 to start, and he got 3 successful lifts in and worked his way up, so maybe he'll do the same again.
So 166 kilos on the bar, or if you like to follow David Morgan's weight translation table, a Suzuki SV 650 motorcycle. If you can picture that and picture him picking that up, that's what you're looking at. And if you're wondering how he's managed to come up with all these objects, if you pop round to his house in Cambridge, they're all there. So 166 to get us underway.
He does look good today. Everything he's done has looked really fast and solid. So a good opener.
Yeah, just looking at that again, that's already a couple of kilos up on his junior European mark, and indeed what he did at the World Championships. Well, he did 166 there, didn't he? So that's just a kilo up. The bar's gone to 167 now, and I'm sure he's going to add a kilo or 2 on to his second attempt. So he's got a total of 314, which surpasses everybody who lifted earlier today in the B group, of which Giorgio De Luca of Italy was best with 303. The Greek Vladimiros Lazaridis total 292. Miroslav Janicek of Slovakia 290, and another Italian, Maurizio Bombacci, 285. And as the week goes on, so the fields become even larger and more competitive. 94 kilos, we're actually into a C group, which is encouraging. Encouraging in the sense that there are a lot of young men out there who want to strive to be the top man. Now, Fikretov of Bulgaria.
Yes, managed 3 successful snatches, finishing on 138. Let's see if he can do the same here.
Yes, he's a long way down the order though, David. 9th place, 138 versus the leaders 153. So he's not going to play a part in the medal chase, that's for sure. Well, I think if he could get to 180, now it's 2 to 1.
2 2 to 1. Really don't understand that. Let's watch that again. Well, it certainly wasn't a press out. Let's see if what do they think? 2 to 1.
Yeah. It's the right-hand referee.
Bizarre refereeing.
Hermann Reintaler of Austria.
Absolutely spot on in every way, that lift. I think if I was the jury, I'd be calling him up and asking a few questions.
Yeah, I think if it had actually fundamentally affected the result, they might well have done that, but that might be a note that they make for afterwards. 173 the bar going to now. It looks to be the Azerbaijani. And this is one of two. And this is Murzaev, Turan Murzaev. And again, he's got quite a bit of work to do to put himself back into this competition. Currently in 7th place on 142 kilos, trying to add 173 to the weight achieved in the snatch.
Well, I've never seen him do that before. Usually very, very strong in the clean phase and very good technically. Didn't even manage to shoulder the weight properly. He only managed one snatch at 142 and didn't really look good. I'm sure he's done a lot more. I'm sure he's been in the 1.8. I'm sure he's clean and jerked about 185.
Well, he did in the Olympics, but you know, you have to be and would be at your very, very best for the Olympic Games. I'm not saying that you should treat the European Championships as, you know, anything less, but it's pretty logical, isn't it? It's the biggest. It's the biggest prize of the lot. So you try to prepare to deliver your very, very best on that day. Now Miculescu, 166 up to 173. Now this is interesting. I think now, having got that total secured, David, he's now going to test himself. 7 kilo increase. And this would take him to 321 as a total.
Got to be a best.
It is a best. 166 was a best. That's another one. And I must say, the Romanians, and in particular the president of the Romanian Weightlifting Federation, the 1984 Olympic champion Nicu Vlad, is going to be very, very pleased to have this young man on his side.
You can see it in the attitude. He's really up for this today. Still already got a silver medal on the snatch.
So Turan Murzaev, now he's got to make amends here. Well, the past,
disastrous.
Yeah, I mean, the past glories count for nothing at this particular moment. And he's now really in danger of failing to get a total, and that would be a huge disappointment. Admittedly, there are two Azerbaijani competitors in the competition, the other one Afghan Bayramov, but the way it's going at the moment, neither are going to figure. Well, very interesting to see how this unfolds now. 173, and well, I just need to pan a little right there with the camera. Thank you very much. Keep going. We'll just have a look here and see if we can spot any changes. Still 180s.
575.
Yeah, 175s.
Big jump from 170 to 180 for the Bulgarian. So he's obviously going for it.
Yeah, Demirev, who's got a fine 5 kilos, remember.
Yeah, saw him clean and jerk a fairly comfortable 180 a couple of days ago.
Well, there's no hiding place. He makes it, he gets a total. He fails, no reward.
Best clean. Now. Oh. Well, I think that was for him.
Yeah.
Just to prove he could do it.
Yeah.
But, the buzzer went off there to signal
a no lift
to put it down.
Yeah.
But again, you know, another sort of crazy rule really, because
I know what you're saying.
It's harder to make a mistake like that and carry on and finish it off than it would be to have just got it right the first time.
Yeah, have a look at this. Well, what a disappointment really for him, because I'm afraid that means no total. And Mikulescu continues to lead with 321 ahead of Pekrotov, his closest pursuer on 308, but it's all going to change pretty soon. So Bayramov of Azerbaijan, he now is the flag flyer for his nation. 175 kilos on the bar, posted 172, so one can only presume that things have gone well in the preparatory period.
Yes, 3 good snatches, leaving him on 142. Oh, no.
Well, it's not happening for the Azerbaijanis in this second half, is it? 2 men, 4 attempts, and none good.
Yes, cleaned well. Actually jerked it well to arm's length, but relaxed.
Now, on your magic list, David, you've got 172 kilos down as the packaging waste produced by the average European Union citizen.
That's at my house.
If any of you have got any other analogies you'd like to pass on to us, question@weightlifting.de. Now, Martirosyan for Armenia, 175 kilos on the bar.
I was going to say that looked like a big opener.
We're onto the loaders on very, very quickly.
Looks like cramp to me.
Yeah, doing the right thing there. Just
yes, cramp. Seems like a very big weight to. And look, you could see his calves cramping there, couldn't you? He's obviously had to reduce quite a bit of weight to get into the class. It's really, they've really opened him up on an extremely high weight here. I mean, for a youngster.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have thought that it brought him in at something sensible and given him the opportunity to build.
But of the two competitions last year, the youths and the junior Europeans, remembering that, you know, he is only 17, he was clean and jerking 167, 168. I suppose you could say, David, it's not unreasonable that he could have made that amount of progress in this time. And, you know, they did put the weight up from their originally announced starting total of 170. Or was it it was 172?
172.
Yeah.
172?
Well, it was 172 and they went to 175. So back with Azerbaijan and Bayramov. Well, this is a role reversal, or not a role reversal, David, but it's a complete reversal of what we had in the opening of the competition. We started off in fine style in the snatch phase with everybody making their first attempts. Now, the first attempts on the clean and jerk are proving problematic here. Yeah, so far only three good clean and jerks, 6 failures.
Yeah, cramp. It's awful, that. He's just got to hope that he can get over it before he has to go out again.
Well, the problem is there's 44 seconds on the clock there. Now, the only way they can deal with this is to actually put the weight up and buy some time, because he's not going to get out on the stage in 30 seconds, and he's not in any condition to get out on the stage in 30 seconds. So if they wanted to buy some time, they might as well just.
I think they're just going to have to time it out and take it for his third.
Yeah. Well, they might as. What I'm saying is they might as well have done that, or they could have whacked up an extra kilo.
I don't think more weight is the way to go. I think just time him out and hope they can do something between now and his third attempt.
Well, it's a question if anybody else wants 175 now, isn't it?
This is one of the problems with reducing body weight. You've got to get it just right, and different people's bodies respond in different ways.
So Bayramov coming out for 175 kilos. Now he's in the same situation as Mirzaev was less than 5 minutes ago, David. 2 Azerbaijan lifters, and one has bombed out and the other one's on the edge. Let's hope it doesn't happen. It would be a real shame. On 142 kilos, just on the edge of the fight for the bronze medal. That's gone, but this at least to give himself a total. No, it's not to happen. So after a bright and promising start by so many, one by one, they're falling by the wayside here. Still the big guns though, waiting in the wings. Demirev, Alishuk, Dabaya. I suppose you could say, David, that this is quite good news. In a funny sort of way, it's a good news for Dabaya because it unclutters the situation for him. He's got a lot of work to do, the Frenchman, if he wants to make sure he's on the European podium.
This young man has got a lot to overcome. He's got to actually go out there and give it 100% on a weight that's,
well, they've put the bar
pretty heavy for a while. They've gone up to 176 to try and buy some more time, which kind of makes it even worse in a way.
Well, you're not hopeful. Ghazarian with 42 seconds, and this is his first attempt.
He's brought his weight down. He was originally in at 180, so he's come down to 176.
Well, let's see whether it was a wise choice. No. Well, this is, I think, David, the pressure of the whole field at the halfway stage being so close and everybody believing, that, they're in with a chance, which they are. And now what's happening here is that one or two lifters and some of those coaches are getting suckered,
making a few emotional decisions rather than staying with what they'd originally posted.
Fair Play did bring the weight down, but clearly that wasn't the right weight to start on. So Dabaya, 51 seconds for the Frenchman, opening up on 176 kilos. Now, given what he did in the world, 179, unless there really is a problem with that knee, he should be able to do this. Very important lift. Must get this first one in.
Motivé dès le premier, hein.
Well, that looks good.
Yeah. This man who won the Commonwealth Games title in Manchester on the same stage that you wrapped up your 5th Commonwealth Games Championship, David. He did that in 2002. Then, of course, switched allegiance to France to get all that important support. Won the Mediterranean title in 2005, and before that finished 5th in the Olympic Games. So Dabaya up to the top of the table, 321, and that light body weight, David, now coming into play. 67 kilos, 85 for Dabaya, and Demirev, the defending champion, also taking 176. Now Demirev and Dabaya at the halfway stage only separated by 3 kilos in favour of the Bulgarian. So this is to re-establish that advantage.
Easy. Good.
Well, he should be able to do 185, but at the World Championships he could only manage 175. So 324. 3 kilos ahead of Dabaya. Miculescu of Romania, 321. Fikretov on 308. So Ghazarian now. Second attempt on 176. And if he doesn't make this, David, he could be in trouble as well. Could be heading towards a no total. Surely not. Well, I wonder what the judges are going to make of that.
I thought it was
good. 3 weights?
Yeah, it was good.
So
total
176 whizzes him up into second place. He's on it whizzes him up actually into fourth place. There are 3 men on 321, and they're all separated by body weight. Dabaya, the lightest, Mikulescu, the second lightest, and Gazarian in fourth place. Well, Martirosyan now. Moment of truth, David.
all or nothing.
Absolutely. 146 kilos from the snatch phase to leave himself in fourth place, which was a challenging place, a challenging position, but he's in real trouble now. 20 seconds down to 15. Well, they did the best they could collectively, but sadly that is the third man
To fail to make a total.
to bomb out. So Giorgio De Luca and Vladimiros Lazaridis of Greece and Miroslav Janicek are all going to find themselves from the B group, featuring on the final result rather higher than they imagined, and still Gennady Oleshuk to take his first lift. So the bar going up to 177. Mikulescu of Romania, who went 166, 173.
Yeah, he's just quietly sort of doing his lifts in the background. Gets this out, it's going to put him into the lead.
It is, and it's also going to give him 6 out of 6. One or two of the Romanians a bit long in the tooth, but what a prospect this young man is. 177, just under half a minute. Not able to do it, but it's, I think, been a pretty good competition. He's frustrated, disappointed, annoyed, which in a way is good to see. But overall, David, promising.
Very promising.
Well, one by one, the opportunities are disappearing. Who have we got left now? We've got, obviously, Gennady Oleshuk, who's got 3 attempts to come. We've got Fikretov of Bulgaria with 2. We've got Demirev of Bulgaria with 2. And Dabaya of France with 2. And Gazarian with just 1 left. And it looks as if it's going to be the Frenchman. It is the Frenchman with 179. This to take him to 324 kilos and go into the lead by virtue of lighter body weight over Demirev of Bulgaria. He's got the opportunity, David, hasn't he, to get that bronze medal. That overall bronze medal for France.
Yes, you just got to keep building, get this in, don't waste it.
Un lion sur le plateau.
Looks good.
Yeah, he's very confident, isn't he? Well, let's hope he doesn't have an aberration as he had in the snatch phase, because he's produced 2 decent efforts here, gone into first place, and the lifts are running out now. And this is where the coaches have got to be very aware for their man. That's a nice lift. Gazarian now to come in. The bar's on 180. Now that would give him 4 kilos, which would take him to 325. He has to do this because he's heavier than Dabaya. However, if he misses, well, he'll be left down in 4th place, which is where he is at the moment. Just having a look at where's Olishuk. Just having a look at Olishuk. I think it might have gone to 181 for his opener. In fact,
he must have done.
Yeah. So Gazarian, can he do it? This would be a new mark for him in the clean and jerk.
I think he has a very good chance of cleaning it. Not too sure about the second phase though. Not to be, and that means that Dabaya stays ahead, and the man who won the Arnold Classic in 2004, you know about that, don't you? I'm afraid for him, that's just looking at that, that was Fikretov, wasn't it? Yes.
Not Gazarian. Bit of confusion on my part there, so I apologise for that. I thought that was Gazarian originally. It was posted like that, and then Fikretov came out. So apologies for the confusion there. So Gazarian does have his final attempt, and that does come right now. And it is Gazarian who was the winner of the Arnold Classic in 2004. Now I've never seen that, David.
It's a combination of
multi-sport
event. It's all different types of strongman events combined with bodybuilding, etc. Well held. Well held. That takes some real balance to do that. And some real leg strength, because he had to stand up with it twice. So finishes on a good note.
Yeah, and he actually goes into the lead with that for the moment at least. He gets ahead of Dabaya. Dabaya is pushed down into 2nd place. Demirev, the defending champion, is 3rd. Dabaya, of course, with 1 attempt remaining, and also Demirev with 2. And of course, Olishuk with 3 attempts to come. And Fikretov,
he's got 1 left.
I was going to say, I thought he had 1 left. Well, this is essentially, David, for the bronze medal, isn't it? The overall bronze medal. He's overall world bronze medalist. Can he at least secure the overall bronze for France? He's got 324. That's what he scored in the Worlds. If he can get this and have 325. Looks good to me. Back into the lead goes Wenceslas Dabaya of France, and now guaranteed the overall bronze medal. And the men who can change the positions now, well, in terms of the overall medals, Demirev, who at the moment's on 324, and Gennady Olishuk, who hasn't even begun. But before all of that, It's Fikretov of Bulgaria with one final go at 180. At the moment he's stuck on a total of 308, so he's not going to affect the medals, but 180 would push him up into bronze. Well, I'm just having a look at the weight here. Yeah, it would possibly give him a medal in the clean and jerk because of body weight, because he's actually lighter than Gazarian.
Yes, 68.4.
So this is for a medal in the clean and jerk.
Yes, good effort.
Yeah, that's
Very good.
Oh, no.
Oh no! No! You can't drop it behind.
No.
You can't drop it behind. They're going to have to have overruled it. There's the 3 reds. He's thrown it away. Well,
Why did he do that? All that effort.
he'd done the job. Well, I don't know. Just, you know, just all the sense and knowledge just disappeared. But drives up, excellent lift, good consolation prize. Well, perhaps did he just lean at the last minute there and couldn't hold it?
Very strange. And I think that says it all.
Well, what a way to lose a medal. Well, Bulgaria's chances now rest on the shoulders of the European champion from last year in Sofia. He's up against it here because still Gennady Oleshuk has not appeared. So 181 kilos at this particular moment. He's just trying to get ahead of Venceslas Debaya. He's only a kilo behind, and this is 5 kilos up. So this is to 329, and it's his second attempt.
Has to hold.
Yeah, very quick in the second phase, but he's got it. 181 kilos, 329. So he's got one attempt left, and he's got to hope really now that Gennady Oleshuk comes in. And what does he do, David? Does he let Oleshuk
Well, I think
crack on? I mean, he's got a 5 kilo deficit from Oleshuk, hasn't he, from the first half?
yes, I think he's perhaps he lets Oleshuk come out and then perhaps takes his third to try and go ahead and hopes that Oleshuk
Runs into
makes
trouble.
a mistake.
Yeah. Of course, he must be hoping that Oleshuk will actually run into trouble on his first attempt. But 182, he's been quite confident to wait in the wings.
Well, Oleshuk, if you remember, is the man who broke the world record with 180.5 kilos and took the bronze medal because of the old ruling.
Absolutely, yes. You got the record, but you didn't get the weight, which is the reason ultimately why censors prevailed and we have the 1 kilo rule. Oh, good clean. Was there ever a doubt? I think just the condition and the attitude and the way that he lifted in the first half of the competition, David, it sort of told you that it was going to be his night. And 335, that's a 6 kilo advantage now over Demirev. So I suppose the sensible thing for Demirev to do, he'd have to go he's got to add 7 kilos because he's heavier anyway than Oleshuk. So he'd have to make it 188. So if the theory is right, you go to 188, you get the lift, and hope that Oleszuk runs into trouble with the next two lifts, or are they going to call it a day? Who knows? At the moment,
I've got a little bit of a disagreement between the French camp going on there.
Well, Dubay's got that overall bronze medal. Nobody can take that away from him. He's only got it by virtue of lighter body weight, and it is only 1 kilo more than he produced in Doha, but nobody's going to worry about that. He is the European bronze medalist, that's for sure. Demirev, the champion, looks booked for second place, and Gennady Oleszuk, well, I can't really see Demirev being able to attack him.
Well,
188, that's where it's gone.
It's possible.
Well, Demirev's got to get this 188. That's the key. And for me, that's a personal best that he's going for here, David. He's never done 188 on a competition stage. He's got to do that right now to put the pressure back onto Oleszuk. Now, Oleszuk and the Belarus camp might be a bit surprised if he does this.
No, we put the pressure on. Well, looking at the 180 that he did in training a few days ago, you'd give him a good shot at this.
Hasn't been producing the tidiest of lifts, though.
No, you have to get everything perfect. And he'll have to believe as well, which he doesn't. So I'm just wondering now if we're going to see Oleszuk. I've got a feeling we might not see him. He looked as if he had a slight problem with his leg.
So it's European silver for Demir Demirev, it's European bronze for Venceslas Dubai. It's a competition that's rather fizzled out. And when we started the evening, David, after that cracking start, I suppose I was feeling a bit sport. What a super start we had in the snatch, and suddenly it's all slid away. But Oleszuk's not going to disappoint us. He's got 189 kilos on the bar. So that's interesting. Just having a look here. Well, not 196 is the European and world record. 189 kilos, or once again in David Morgan's virtual world, equivalent to an average adult male Guadeloupe fur seal.
You see, everybody can relate to that.
"15 seconds. Again, impressive clean. Oh,
Very comfortable.
yeah, straight to arm's length.
But he's limping. He's got a problem with his leg. I've got a feeling he's going to leave it there.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, he didn't have to do that, David. 342. What's interesting is just looking at 342 equals what he did in the national championships in February. He did 155, 187, 342. That's how he got there then. Today, it's been 153, 189,
197. He's going for a world record.
Well,
I was going to say I can't see any reason for him to go for anything else other than a world record. Competition's won.
Yeah. Well, this is a heck of a world record. This is Galabin Boevski's world record, which dates back to the Sydney Olympics. So this is one heck of a lift he's going to try here, David. I mean, it's not triple body weight, but it's not that far away. He weighed in at 68 kilos 55.
It's been quite a treat today. Several world record attempts.
Yeah, very good quality lifting. These European Championships, are we looking for the reality check, are we? Now, well, that's just about as unimaginative. David's just run down the list to get an average, an idea of what 196 kilos is. And he's come up with a cow's carcass.
Or the engine of a Ferrari F50.
Yes, I think I like that one better. So, world record attempt here in the clean and jerk. Third world record attempt of the day. 2 attempts, one in the snatch and one in the clean and jerk by Natalia Zabolotnaya in the women's 75 kilo class. Neither of those came off. So will it be third time lucky for us, so to speak, tonight? Can this man, Gennady Oleshuk, Olympic champion, Olympic bronze medalist in the 62 kilo class back in Sydney all of 6 years ago, or nearly 6 years ago, can he pull this off? It would be a tremendous effort. Odds against. He's looked good, but this is a huge weight, David.
Well, he's put it on, so he's obviously up for it.
Well, he's looked impressive in this first phase. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! And he's made it look... and he made it look so easy. 197 kilos. Galabin Boevski's clean and jerk record of almost 6 years has gone. And these may be the European Championships today, but David, we've had world-class lifting today.
Well, that's got to be the lift of the championship. It's got to be the lift of the championship. And just watch this again. And the second phase was so comfortable. Look at that. And then just to prove what an athlete he is, backward somersault as well.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling the leg at that moment. The adrenaline just surging through him. Well, what a way to end the evening. I was getting a bit despondent and a bit disconsolate after all those failures and all those different men bombing out. But I tell you what a way to finish. What a way to finish. Well, that really is exceptional. So now 2 world records at these European Championships. And that really is special.
He's very, very confident in that second part of the lift. And he looks good at his new body weight. 69 was a fantastic move for him.
And a 350 total. So he got within 7 kilos of the European total record. And a second championship for Belarus, but a championship in some style. Well, what I can't get over, David, is the way that he achieved it. I mean, he achieved it as if there's, you know, more there.
Well, I'm sure there is. I think you'll be approaching that total record sooner than you think.
Well, it's taken our breath away that. We've been pretty quiet. Here's the confirmation there. Gennady Alashuk of Belarus, 182, 189 and 197, not a mistake. Demir Demirev of Bulgaria, he has to settle for the clean and jerk silver, and Venceslas Dabaya taking the bronze medal in the clean and jerk division. But it's the overall championship that counts for everything in this sport, and a moment away from those very impressive statistics. Just waiting for the total result, which should be with us any moment, and here is the total result. And Alashuk with 350 kilos, Demirev with 329, so wins by a wide margin, and Dabaya confirmed by virtue of lighter body weight as the European bronze medalist in the 69 kilo category. Well, we're going to take